All right. I think now, as we are live, take two.
Hmm.
Uh, we are here because Aaron Judge has been named the 16th captain of the New York Yankees. Uh, Very exciting news for Aaron Judge fans, New York Yankee fans. It's I guess something that we expected because of the fact that you knew that if Judge was coming back and the press conference was happening, that most likely no better time than to name him the captain. Um, we wake up to some other news as well coming from the other side of New York, which we'll get to. But first, we just finished watching the press conference. Aaron Judge is, like I said, 16 captain of the New York Yankees. Alex, I'll start with you. How do you how do you feel? Judge is back. He's the captain, and what do you think this means moving forward?
Uh, Again, the captaincy part is again it's a nice touch. He's been the unofficial captain of the Yankees for quite a while now. You can tell the dude has the demeanor. He has the personality to really thrive in New York, which we know after many years of different types of trades, not everybody can actually do that. So kudos to him. And honestly, it's an honor on a personal level for him. And as far as us as fans, we can always go back and say to our kids in the future, "Hey, I saw this dude come up. I saw the back-to-back home runs with Tyler Austin. For his first career home run. We seen XYZ. I named my son after him, for God's sakes. So it's like it's one of those things where it's nice, it's cool. Um, it kind of goes back to not necessarily my family, but you hear other families saying, "Oh, I saw Mickey Mantle, I saw Babe Ruth, I saw XYZ person play." Well, this is our guy. This is the guy that we saw come up, you know, have a good first 6 years with the Yankees, have a great historic first 6 years with the Yankees, and then now he's going to be there for another 9 years, likely to the rest of his career, and we're going to be able to tell our kids about it. And hopefully, there's some rings to go along with it, because if not, it's all for naught. So we need to have rings to go along with it, because all those other great captains in our history have rings to talk about, have those moments to talk about.
Well, there is
Well, besides
one that
Mattingly, besides
didn't.
Mattingly,
Yeah, I was
besides
gonna say
Mattingly.
you
All
forgot
right,
Mattingly, bro.
okay. Besides Mattingly, but everybody, Mattingly just retired 1 year too early.
Yeah.
So but maybe without Tino, we don't win that one. So we'll see. Yeah. Okay. So without Mattingly, sorry, I take that back. But everybody else has one. So we need to have. How about this? We can't have in Miami what we call the Dan Marino talk. He's the greatest of all time, but never won the big one. We can say up. Mattingly's a Hall of Famer. Should be in the Hall of Fame. I know Matt's watching. He's a Hall of Famer, Matt. So yeah, he'll get in. He'll get in soon. So it's one of those things where I'm glad it's done. I'm glad that this stage is over. The drama's over. But again, I go back to it. I know we signed Rodon. I know we signed Canely. Whatever. The lineup still has not been addressed at all. And until that happens, I'm not overly over the moon about anything.
Well, Alex, I'm gonna agree with you on a lot of things, bro. Actually, I want to start off by saying, what you said about this is the type of guy we tell our kids about. My son, that's his favorite player. You know what I'm saying? For a little while it was Gary Sanchez. Everybody knows me and knows my kid knows that he loved Gary, but he also loved Aaron Judge. And upon Gary leaving, automatically Aaron Judge became his number one. They were like 1A and 1B in his heart. So this is a guy that the kids of this generation grew up with. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of us grew up with Derek Jeter as kids when we were younger. You know what I'm saying? Aaron Judge is the guy that a lot of these kids that are Yankees fans grew up with. And it was very important, number one, to retain him. And I'm glad they did for another 9 years and possibly his whole career. And number two, to give him that captaincy. Because honestly, like I said to y'all while we were watching the press conference together, there's nobody more deserving, guys. You know what I'm saying? There's nobody that looks up or is more looked up to in that clubhouse than Aaron Judge. You know what I'm saying? You see guys that have leadership qualities like Anthony Rizzo even look up to this guy. The young kids like Peraza, Cabrera, they look up to him. He's like you said, he was the unofficial captain for a long time, and don't underestimate how important that is in the clubhouse. You could bring in, and I know we're going to talk about this later, you could bring in a bunch of the biggest names in free agency like the Mets have done this offseason, and that's all fine and dandy. But if you don't have leadership in that clubhouse, it's all for nothing. You know what I'm saying? One of the biggest qualities that those 90s Yankees teams had was the leadership and the ability to handle personalities and handle big name and big egos. It's one of the reasons Torrey was brought in, because he was really good at that. You know what I'm saying? You need a guy like that, a guy that can stir the drink. And Aaron Judge has done that twofold. You know what I'm saying? And I know we spoke off air about it being a nice nostalgic thing and a good thing for us fans. That's where I'm going to disagree with you a little bit, brother. And I'm going to tell you this is also good for baseball. The New York Yankees, just like the New York Giants in football, just like, the Boston Celtics or the Los Angeles Lakers in basketball, those franchises, those old historic franchises that these leagues are built on, when something big happens with them, or when they're good, or when they're on top, it's good for the league. You know what I'm saying? And when a franchise like the New York Yankees, that's been around over 100 years, names only their 16th captain in history, bro, in their 100 plus year history, that's big news all over the league. That's good for the league. You know what I'm saying? That's newsworthy. It's not just nostalgic and good for us fans. It's newsworthy for baseball fans, period. I guarantee you there's going to be people talking about that today and in this coming week. And you know what I'm saying? Even throughout the year, it's going to be mentioned in every Yankee game that's broadcasted on, you know, national TV, ESPN, Fox. That's the first thing they're going to bring up. Like, this is major. This is major. And I couldn't be happier for them. And, you know, like I said, nobody more deserving.
Yeah, I'm happy with the news. Like I said, I thought it was pretty expected. So it's settled in. As soon as we signed him, it felt like, once they did the press conference and made room for him on the 40, that he would be, the captain of the New York Yankees, which he definitely deserves to be. Um, I'm happy about it. I really am. Maybe I feel a little different because of what I saw at 3 a.m. last night with Carlos Correa going to the Mets and seeing how unlimited the other side of New York is, and you know the Yankees still have a huge hole at left field, and still have a big problem at third base. So it has my mind thinking elsewhere. To I hope with the Correa news, and this is why I wanted to bring this up. I hope with the Correa news, it kind of motivates the Yankees a little more to go out and get someone like Brian Reynolds instead of settling for the Max Keplers of the world.
Or Brian
Nothing.
Conforto, like the rumors been floating around, right?
Well,
Conforto's a little different.
yeah,
Not,
Conforto was a good talent. He didn't play at all last year.
Did
I
I say
don't know.
Brian Conforto, by the way? I meant
yeah,
to
you
say
said
Michael
Brian. Yeah,
Conforto. I
Michael.
meant to say Michael
Michael.
Conforto. I'm sorry, guys.
No, it's all right. But
Yeah,
it's that doesn't do it for me. Like, if you want to win a World Series, Michael Conforto is not better than Benintendi going into 2022. So nothing's changed on the offensive end yet. And until I see something like Brian Reynolds and even something else after that, then I'll start to believe that we could be a better team. Because yeah, we have the starting pitching down. We're a top three rotation in baseball on paper. We'll see if that holds up. But we got to tweak a little things with the bullpen. Everyone's got to get healthy. We still have all that's settled. We still need to figure out if Clay Holmes is a closer or not. That's a big, big issue right there. So we'll see how that ends up turning out. But on the offensive end, we still have the same problem. We still have the
Mhm.
same team going up at the lineup. You're looking at the other side, and I don't like to compare. I never do, but that's a lineup over there in Queens because they want to win, and like yeah, we're only going to face them 4 times next season. That's great, but if the Yankees are talking about World Series, most likely it's going to happen in Queens. I'm not saying that they're definite to get to the World Series now, but they're destined to get there within now and the next 4 years until the next CBA comes around. That's the team. And every
Yeah,
year, every offseason, they're just going to go crazier and crazier.
I
yeah,
mean,
So
listen, with the Mets' history and with the way they tend to screw things up, even when they have everything going for them, don't be surprised that they screw this up too. And
different regime now.
Atlanta or
they're changing
Philadelphia
history,
get the
dude.
division,
Yeah,
They're buying that history out.
different regime.
It's a new regime. They're buying it. You can buy your way out of your traditions as a team. You won 101 games last year
and
without
they choked. And
yeah
they choked in
but
the national
without
stadium.
Carlos Correa. You replaced Jacob Degrom with Justin Verlander. Not exactly a downgrade at all. And
Age wise, it is.
he
Age
just
wise,
came
Yeah,
off
it
a
is.
Cy
but
Young season, dude. Cy
yeah,
Young,
Forty
1.9
years old,
ERA.
bro.
Doesn't
40 years
matter.
old.
It's an
but look
upgrade.
what he did at 39.
And Degrom was out for most of the season last year.
Exactly. And DeGrom, they're
So
talking about
he's never
DeGrom
no.
maybe getting 60 starts in 5 years,
Yeah,
because
no,
he's so
no way.
injury
This is
prone.
an upgrade. This is an upgrade and a half over
Yeah.
Degrom. Uh,
For the
Up. I
next two
wouldn't say
years,
upgrade,
yes,
bro.
upgrade and a half. Your
definitely an upgrade
availability
because
is
you
the best
don't
kind
know
of
what you're
availability.
getting. You don't know what you're getting out of DeGrom. You have no
The
idea.
the
If
Mets
DeGrom
the
goes
Mets knew
32
a 5 year
starts,
deal was a mistake. They knew a
yeah, oh
5 year
yeah,
deal was a mistake. That's why they didn't give it to him. They knew. Let Texas deal with that bullshit. This is exactly what the Mets wanted. A horse at the top of the rotation to really hold it down. And DeGrom was not that dude. He's just not. So that's what they did there. Adding Senga to the middle rotation, which I think is a fantastic move on many fronts, business wise, talent wise. It's a great move for the
you
Mets,
still have Scherzer.
and you still have Scherzer at the top of the rotation.
Yep.
Add that an innings eater like Quintana at the bottom, which you don't need
Yep.
much from him. You only need a 4 ERA, and that offense will win games. Don't
Oh
don't
yeah.
smirk. This is baseball. This is exactly what they do. They are a machine, a
On
freaking
paper,
machine.
bro. On
Um,
paper. You
so
still got to play the
you have to
games.
win on paper first,
But that's what I'm
and the
saying. You
results
still
come
got to
later.
play the games the same way
You
we're
still you have
downgrading
to
the
win on
Yankees
paper
on
first.
paper. Don't upgrade the Mets on paper. You know what I'm saying? You still got to play the games. They haven't played a game together
Look at
yet.
talent is talent. Look at the talent on that team. That's talent. We don't need
If
paper for that.
if
We know
number
there's
one they can
talent.
stay healthy, and number two they don't
That's
choke.
every team,
They
dude. That's
had they
every
had
Yeah.
team.
talent last year and
Judge
they
can break
choked,
his
bro, in
fucking
the
ankle
wild card
tomorrow.
game for crying out loud. They didn't even get to the division series. They choked in the wild card game. Alex.
So what? This is a that. But hold on. Perfect that you say that. What do you do when you choke? You get better. Have the Yankees gotten better? Absolutely not. They have not. They have not gotten better. They need to score
They
runs.
still got work to do, yes, but
Plenty. Not just work. They have a freaking marathon to run, and right now they haven't even fucking started, in my opinion. A marathon, and you guess what? The Mets finished the freaking marathon.
I
Guess
think
what?
they're like 3 miles in. They did get hold on.
Okay. Pitching was not the issue in the postseason, so shove the Rodon up your ass. It doesn't really matter to me. It really
it
doesn't.
matters, bro.
It does not matter to me.
You
After that
literally
one,
hold on now. I don't mean to interrupt you, but you
Hmm?
literally just praised the Mets for having Verlander, Senga, and Scherzer. So how you gonna tell me pitching doesn't matter when you
But
literally
they
just
worked
praised
on
the
the
Mets
lineup
for
too.
having it?
They worked on the lineup too. Have
I
they not?
get that, but you can't say pitching doesn't matter.
No, pitching matters, but pitching wasn't the issue in the postseason for the Yankees. It was an issue for the Mets. Scherzer got blasted in the postseason. Scherzer was tired at the end of the season. He got freaking annihilated in the post. That was their issue. So they addressed their issue and offense. The Yankees haven't addressed their issue at all. They didn't score. They pitched very well in the postseason. They didn't score. So
Yep.
it's addressing your issues. The Mets have addressed their issues big time. Big time. That's what you do in this game. You address your freaking issues. And the Yankees haven't done it yet. They have the same lineup. They added pitching. Okay, you added
If
pitching. Okay,
anything,
now
we've downgraded it in the
you've
lineup.
downgraded, if
Again,
anything.
We've lost by
yes.
attending.
Well, yes, but remember, and you literally said this on Twitter to Matt, Sean, where you said Volpe could be on the way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't know.
That's
That's what I'm saying.
That's on paper. That's on paper because you don't even know what you're getting from him. That's
But
paper.
that's what I'm saying. You don't know what you're getting from half these guys on the Mets too.
Wait,
Bro,
yes, I do.
you want to talk
Yes,
about
I do.
Correa?
You have the
Let me tell
history. You
something.
know what
want
you're
to talk
getting.
about
Yes,
Correa?
I do.
No,
I know
no,
exactly
you do
what I'm
not.
getting from Correa.
No, you do not. Let me tell you something. You want to talk about Correa? Why is he a Met in the first place? Because he failed his
Because
physical,
he didn't
right?
want to go to the West Coast. I bet you whatever you want. I bet you
He
whatever you
failed
want.
his physical, bro.
No
Or you
bullshit.
think
That
that's
is
fugazi?
bullshit. He didn't
You
fail
think
shit.
that's fugazi?
He didn't fail a damn thing. I bet you whatever you want, anything you want, whatever you want. He kept talking to Lindor, his buddy, his Boricua, ba 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 ba. And guess what? The first little thing that came out on that freaking on that thing, dude. I'm sorry, he backed out of that deal. Forget the physical. That's
That's
bullshit.
what I think.
That's
I
bullshit.
think,
That is
yeah, I do
absolute
think that
horseshit.
there is some.
He did not want to go
fail
to
the
the West
physical
Coast.
sort of
Period.
thing, but I think he had no issue and no
He
problem.
wanted to go to New York.
I'm out.
He wanted to go to New York.
But let's just say he really did fail the physical. Then you're
Okay.
talking about a guy that
Then you know.
might not be 100% healthy.
No, what's Korea's issue? What has been his entire issue, his entire career? His back. He's already had back surgery. Okay, we all knew that. Guess what? He's already won a platinum glove after the back surgery. He's already won. He was pretty much one of the MVPs of 2 seasons ago. Jesus, like he is a
And
great
played,
player.
I think,
We all
135
know.
games last year. He's healthy.
And no matter what, we all know a 12-year deal is a 12-year deal is trash. Anyways, if you can get 6 out of him, that's all you need.
Yep.
We know the Aaron Judge deal is trash. We're happy to get 4 years out of it. That's it. We all know these deals are trash. So who cares?
All I'm saying is that you got to play the games first. You can't just crown these fools just because of how they look on paper. Because at the end of the day, I refer back to last year, not just them choking. Let's not forget how many games the Los Angeles Dodgers won. Where did they go? Nowhere. You know what I'm saying? They didn't even reach the World Series.
They were the best team in the regular season. That matters at the end of the day.
But that's what I'm saying. But you choked in October.
Okay,
you choked in October.
The Dodgers always
Los Angeles choked. You know what I'm saying? It matters. It matters what you do when October comes. That's what these teams are built around, right?
Yeah, but
teams like the Yankees and the Dodgers and the Mets.
You got to do it in a short series, in a 5-game series. It's up for grabs. So yes, I agree. They choked. Okay, no big deal. But you got to get there first. Guess what? And no, not to mention also, they have the Phillies in their division. They see what the Phillies are doing.
That's what I'm saying. The Phillies didn't get worse. The Phillies
and
are
the Braves.
still good.
And they have the Braves. They're in a much tougher division than the Yankees are. They got to keep up with those other teams. They got to keep up. The Phillies are a problem. The freaking Braves are a problem.
The thing is exactly what we mentioned before. And it's that, yes, you choked, but immediately in the following offseason, they fixed the problem.
Yep.
The Yankees have choked against the Astros for 6 years.
And
we've lost them 4 times, and we've done nothing but run back into them.
Nothing.
We have always every Yankee fan knows that we go, I don't know. I wonder if Hal has a problem with that money. Oh, I wonder if we're trying to stay under the cap with that money.
Mm-hmm.
No Met fan is talking about that. Every Met fan goes, we just got Correa. What's next?
What's next? Right.
You know, and that's the thing.
Because there's no limit now.
They're the 90s Yankees, the mid-90s Yankees now. They're just
no beyond. They're just it's just beyond.
Yeah, obviously the times are completely different.
Yeah, but even
dynasty.
Even the Yankees of the dynasty, they still had a makeshift left field. It was always makeshift. You know, Shane Spencer, Chad Curtis, Darryl Strawberry. It was always makeshift left field. And it was always, until we got Brocious, which was luck, it was always makeshift third base too. That was basically it. It was, eventually you got some talent when Soriano came along, even though Soriano never won a ring, but at least you had talent there. we had Knobloch for a while who couldn't freaking throw to first base. Like it was always makeshift positions in certain areas, but you could get away with that in the 90s. You can get away with that. You can't get away with that shit now. You have to have a freaking stud 1 through 9 to get it to not a stud, but look at Houston for example. One
Solid
through
lineup.
six, 1 through 6 unbeatable. Right now 1 through 6 unbeatable. They're the best in the league right now 1 through 6, even better than the fucking Mets. They're the best 1 through 6. So can we say the same about the Yankees? Hell no.
No.
Absolutely not. So that's one of those things where it's good to be a Met fan right now. It's a great thing to be a Met fan right now because at the end of the day, you had a problem and you fixed it.
Yep.
The Yankees have not fixed their problem in over a fucking decade, and and that's just the reality of it. And
No,
that's
sure.
that's real. That's real, and that's why this is changing the game. And guess what? In New York, what matters are fucking headlines. And right now, Aaron Judge is on
Well,
page.
guess what? Remember what Hal Steinbrenner said during this press conference. I'm glad both of you said this. He said that the Yankees aren't done yet.
Okay.
Words from Hal
obviously
Steinbrenner.
you can't be.
So that's what I'm saying. So there's moves that are gonna be made, boys. They're not
Sure.
they're not done. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but
somebody said
but
something.
what's
Sorry,
but the
let me
difference-
put this in real quick, Sean.
Sorry.
Real quick. Last week, while I was in the hospital last week on Friday, I saw a tweet that really, really, really set me off to a degree about the Yankees. Let me tell you what that was. I think it was I'm gonna give a shout out here. Twitter name Johnny Lasagna. I think that's his name.
Yeah, he's a
Johnny
good
Lasagna.
follow.
Okay, he put something about after signing Rodon. Let's his mind has changed toward the Yankees and what they're doing. Well, let me tell you what I responded to that because this is how I feel. If on opening day, Aaron Hicks Aaron Hicks and Josh Donaldson are on your roster, you ain't shit.
Nope.
Period. No, let me tell you what I mean by that. Fuck trading. Fuck anything. You swallow those deals.
Yep.
You swallow them because guess what? On this new Met world that we're all talking about the Mets. Guess what? $21 million of that Met money belongs to Robinson Cano.
Mm-hmm.
$21 million of that Met money belongs to Robinson Cano. Where's Robinson Cano? In Punta Cana, probably. All right, let's just keep it real. That's really where it's at. If Josh Donaldson is the starting third baseman of the Yankees, and Aaron Hicks is anywhere close to the 40-man roster, come opening day, we're in trouble. Period. Because that's not how you function. You get rid of those guys. Wash.
Oh, and they will be gone. Donaldson is a little bit on the question mark because
he shouldn't be though. He shouldn't be.
I know. Trust me.
He shouldn't be a question mark. He should be gone.
And by the way,
today,
both of you are saying this Mets world we live in. Guess what's trending #1 in the U.S. right now? All Rise. So
because it just happened.
Wait,
bro,
till 6
and
p.m.
because
tonight.
of all the reasons I said, because
it just happened. It literally just happened.
It's a big deal,
tonight.
bro.
It's not that big a deal. It's page 2.
Yes, it is.
It's page 2.
Yes, it is, bro. Like I said, look,
deal.
like I said
It
earlier
is.
when we started this live, Alex, I know you were preoccupied, man. Like I said, if this was, I don't know and I hate to pick on them because we live in Miami, but if this was the Marlins naming a captain, nobody would give a crap. You know what I'm saying? If this was
not a big deal.
the
It's a big
Texas
deal to
Rangers,
Yankees
whatever,
and
nobody would give a
Yankee
crap.
fans.
This
And
is the
baseball
Yankees,
history,
bro.
sure.
This is the Yankees.
It's page 2. It's page 2 stuff.
It is. All right. Wait, hold on.
Page 2.
Let's
get the New York Post come out tomorrow, and we'll see what's on page 1. And it's gonna be Correa. It's gonna be Correa.
I doubt it, bro. Go ahead, Sean. I know you have something.
Let's bet right now. Let's bet.
Right now, the Correa move is unbelievable because I didn't even think that he got out of the deal somehow. I thought that they were still trying to figure that out, and now that he is going to probably be a Met once he passes his physical, because I guarantee he's going to go right into the Mets, and he'll pass physical first try, no problem.
Oh, they know what the issue is. They know.
Yeah. And you know what? Yeah, he's going to have injuries. He might only play 120 games next year, but they'll be fine without him. Like they already were building the team without Correa. And when Correa's there, it's just going to make them the powerhouse or the super.
Is it one of their top 3 prospects at third baseman too? Beatty? Isn't Beatty?
Something like that, yeah.
Beatty, he came up last year. That guy was supposed to be your third baseman. He was penciled in as their third baseman next
Now you
season.
can trade him for something better,
Exactly.
and that's the thing. And
Now you can stick him and those rumors about Liam Hendricks. That could be a thing now.
oh
Now
yeah,
you
yeah,
can- that
definitely.
could be a real thing now.
William
Imagine
Hendricks,
him and
Derek Roche.
Liam Hendricks and freaking Diaz at the end of the bullpen. Go, got fucked, bro. That's what you
Yeah.
do. That's what you do when you. That's what you do.
Listen, I love Correa. I think he's a great talent. Am I really that scared of him? No. I
No,
think I think it's going to be a hell of an NL East. It's going to be really fun over there.
That's what
You
I'm
know, look,
saying.
if
Y'all
you look at the
downgrading the
Phillies,
Phillies and the Braves, bro. They haven't
no,
gotten
no, but
worse.
the
They're
Braves
no,
are
still
but
right
the
there.
Braves are the
but
Braves
but
are built for the next decade of
exactly.
great
Mm-hmm.
contracts,
Mm-hmm.
and the Phillies have 5 superstars chilling in their lineup. You
Yeah,
know, they have a full team. It's going to be real fun between
but
them.
the Mets had to do this to catch up to them, to keep pace
Exactly.
with them. You have to
That's the
keep pace with those
difference.
teams. That's the difference.
That's the difference. Like, as much as it's fun, for Mets fans to say what they are, like, they did it. They failed miserably. They fell flat on their faces with 103 win season, whatever they had, 101. Fall flat on their face, eliminated at home in front of their home crowd. And what do they do immediately? The first day of free agency, re-sign Edwin Diaz.
Yep.
Shiny
Set the
ears, Sean.
precedent.
Shiny ears, bro. Shiny ears. Remember?
Oh, stop that nonsense. But see, but that's okay. I whatever. The Mets are gonna. That's something silly Mets fans and Mets do. Like that. That's just who they've always been. But I love the fact that even Cohen even said a couple days ago after Correa had and the thing became official that he was going to be a Giant. He was like, "This type of money is no problem for me. This doesn't affect me. I deal with way bigger checks in my lifetime, and right now this is nothing to me." And we talked about it with Matt on Twitter, that if that deal actually did fall through, we both said it seems like the Mets are probably the favorite.
Oh yeah.
And the Mets are, I think, the third highest spending team now. They're number one easily, but it just goes to show. While we're talking about with the Yankees, our biggest get is Brian Reynolds, and Brian Reynolds costs nothing,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why I'm saying, like, it almost makes perfect sense to go get him. Yes, they want the moon right now, and I think eventually they're going to have to cave to something else. But it if you don't get anyone but Brian Reynolds, that's a failure to me, because I don't know any other left fields in the trading market that are, like,
No, there
available
isn't one.
right now
There isn't one. Like
that's
like
better than
if you
Benintendi.
no if you're again a baseball person that really follows the entire MLB, the I think Brendan Cuddy said it yesterday that the Yankees are talking to the Diamondbacks about their young guys. I'm all for that at the end of the day because they have Varsho, they have McCarthy.
McCarthy.
McCarthy's a great freaking player.
I
He's a
do like
great
McCarthy a
player.
lot.
Like
Yep.
McCarthy's a great player that I would love to have him on my team. That guy has speed, power. He's got everything. Okay, not a household name. You don't really know him, but I'll be over the moon for a move like that because again, that's an impact move that maybe flies under the radar, but it is what it is. And he's a player on the ascend, not somebody who's kind of washed the last 2 years, like a Max Kepler has been.
Yeah,
So
hell no.
exactly. So it comes down to making a move. Maybe it doesn't have right now in free agency. There's nothing splashy. So forget about free agents. There's just nothing splashy out there. Nothing that's
Yep.
really going to solve anything. Ultimately, I'm so happy that they didn't sign Benintendi because 75 million for
Me
5 years for that guy is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, the White Sox are going to be the White Sox. Do whatever you want to do, bro. But at the end of the day, that's a horrendous move for a singles hitter, basically.
Yep.
Yeah,
For
it's just
now.
what it is. Yeah. Yeah, it's a singles hitter. Like that's that. And when earlier in the offseason, I told you that they need an impact bat. An impact bat needs to be a threat that when they walk up to the plate, they can turn the game around. Not with a double, no, with a bomb. That's really where it's at. That's why I wouldn't mind the whole Conforto thing because Conforto can give you that. Again, I'm not too drawn off by a lot of these lefty bats because again I feel that the shift is going to really change things a lot for them. So again, I'm not really turned off by these guys with the low batting averages because I know the shift killed them. So if it's Conforto at the end of the day, fuck it, it's Conforto. I prefer a trade at this. I prefer a trade at this point. I really do because If Reynolds is on if Reynolds is anywhere if he's on the radar, that's who it should be.
Yep.
And again, I said it before. I've said it before. Whoever you trade for in left field needs to be able to play center field. I've said it because
Yep.
you cannot have Aaron Judge roaming center field. It's a 9-year deal. He needs to stay healthy. You cannot have that guy play center field ever again. So whoever you get for left field needs to be able to play center field as well.
I mean, look.
In the event that Bader gets hurt.
Let's go through this one by one, right? You got Jose Trevino at catcher. I'm perfectly fine with that. Rizzo at first base.
I'm content with
fine. What?
I'm content with it.
Yeah, content.
Bro, hey, come on. Platinum glove, bro.
All right.
Glove.
Like I said, I'm glad with the defense. The defense is a humongous upgrade over Sanchez. But you kind of got used to who he really was in the second half.
He's a backup.
And I'm not saying he could still be
backup catcher.
He could be a great.
I mean, okay, get yourself. Let's just say get yourself a catcher. Bro, hey. I know this is gonna.
You gotta give Royvet a chance. You gotta give Royvet a chance.
This is gonna spook both of you to freaking like make both of you whiter than white, but Gary's still out there. If you really wanted an offensive, let me hear me out. Hear me out. If you really wanted an offensive catcher, to pinch hit for Trevino in late game situations, get yourself an offensive catcher. I don't care, but to me, your starting catcher is Jose Trevino. I'm perfectly fine with him being the starter, and I don't view him as a backup.
You got to give Royvet a chance, though. Give him a chance to at least start 40% of the
Yeah, but I'm saying, but Trevino's proven to be the starter. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I even had this conversation with my son yesterday because my son, when he found out that Gary was a free agent, he's like, get him, Yankees, sign him. I'm like, Elijah, if he gets signed, he's a backup. You know what I'm saying? Jose Trevino.
No, he's not. He would never touch Yankee pinstripes again.
No, but he's not a backup.
Listen, I hope not. But I'm just saying, like a guy of that ilk that can hit. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to spend 30 minutes on the catcher position. I just wanted to go one by one. Like I said,
I know.
I'm perfectly fine with Jose Trevino as your starter because of his defense, because of his framework, because of how he handles the pitching staff. That's underrated and that matters. Hitting matters too, but make no mistake that our pitching got better because of Jose Trevino.
Yeah,
now moving
on, be our number 9 hitter. Yes.
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with that. Now moving on to first base, you're perfectly fine with Rizzo there. That's fine. Yes. Second base is a question because you don't know if it's going to be Gleyber because you don't know if he's going to get traded. That still remains to be seen. We all three of us want it to happen, but it's a question mark because you don't know if it's going to be him or DJ, right? Then you got shortstop, which is the real big question mark because of Volpe. The big rumor is and the big speculation is that he'll come up this year. Let's just say he comes up this year and does great. Then you don't have to worry about shortstop, and all this Correa nonsense was for nothing. You know what I'm saying? If he does. I know what you're thinking, Alex. It's if. I get it. And I know it's a big if. But if he does, then you're looking great.
It's not
then you got Judge in right field. That's solidified. Bader, solidified center. To me, and I said this in the past episode that we did, Sean, to me, third base and left field are your two biggest issues. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If you trade for a Reynolds, that pretty much solves your left field situation. Third base is your biggest, question mark at that point. And I got to tell you, if you fix left field and third base, I'm fine with the lineup as is. It might not be, a big name lineup like what the Mets have that you both are drooling over. But guess what? It's a lineup that can win a championship if you fix those two positions, third base and left field. Because like I said, I'm not worried about shortstop.
We still need to put the Houston lineup on the wall. And if you can't match it, you haven't done shit. Yep. You need to match that lineup.
And that's what we talked about in the very beginning.
Period.
Matching Houston's lineup, matching Houston's pitching. Yeah. And the
Yankees, I think the pitching. I think we're there with the pitching.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. I think Yankees are there with the pitching.
Yeah, they're there with the pitching.
Now you have to get to what their 1 through 6 is.
Yes.
And that's what I'm asking y'all. So if you fix left field and third base, you don't think you've done that?
Depends on what you get it.
What you call fixing.
If you settle on Kepler, no. But if you get someone like Reynolds, maybe.
Yes.
And in third base, you have Donaldson batting 8th. No.
No, hell
But
no,
if you
hell no.
go
I
and get
I, I
someone
said
to
this to
play
you in
third
the last
base,
episode.
okay, that's the thing. That's the difference.
Yeah.
Well,
Is what will
Machado
the
is a free
Yankees
agent
do?
next year.
But Chado's not coming to the Yankees, dude.
Yeah, I would be very surprised. But like I said, Machado is a free agent next year. I said this in text to
I
you.
have insider information on Machado, just so you know. Break it here.
I doubt
What?
he'd ever want to be a Yankee. I think.
But no, no, I don't doubt that Machado would like to be a Yankee. Now, I'm not saying the Yankees wouldn't be involved
Oh,
somehow,
Yankees would be
some way.
very interesting. Yeah.
Sure, I'm sure. But I'll tell you right now, the Machado thing is the way it's shaping out. He's gonna be a Dodger
Again?
again.
I don't know.
Look at the Dodgers. Look what they haven't done this offseason.
Yeah, but they never
Machado,
keep anyone. They let
yeah,
everyone go.
I get it,
Every
but
big name free agent leaves, and then they'll just go get him until their contract's up. I would be very surprised if he's a Dodger.
Especially after they
I don't
got
even think he
Freeman.
likes LA anymore.
no, no, he likes LA. No, I'm not reporting anything. This is just what I'm hearing in Miami circles. I remember I live here.
That
I
is
know,
true.
I
What?
know
What? He's local to here, Alex? Manny?
Machado's from Miami. What are you talking
I
about?
didn't know that. I did not
What?
know.
He broke
I
Alex
swear to,
Rodriguez's records in high school. He's a Miami. He's from Kendall.
I didn't know that. I swear to
What?
God. I swear to God, I didn't know
He's a
this.
Miami guy. He's married to Yonder Alonso's sister. Like Miami
Yeah.
guy. Miami.
Wow.
These are all Miami guys.
Damn, I did not know that. See, I knew about Rizzo being a South Florida kid. I knew about Alex. I knew about guys like that. I didn't know Manny was one of those guys.
Oh yeah, he's the biggest name in Miami baseball right now. Sure, he's just yeah. Machado's gonna be a Dodger again. I can.
Uh,
I'll. I'm
that
gonna
I'll disagree with you. I don't think he'll be a Yankee, but I don't think he'll be a Dodger either.
then you're running. We're running out of options after that one.
Well, what if
Yeah,
hypothetical, but
see.
what if because he only has 1 year deal? My bad, I misspoke there. What if because he only has 1 year left on his deal? What
He's
if the
gonna.
Yankees come and trade for him in the trade deadline? Y'all wouldn't be
There's
for
no
that?
trade. No, he's gonna opt out. He still has
Yeah.
he still has 7 years left on his contract.
Oh, so it's an opt out. Okay,
Yeah,
okay. See,
he's
I
opting
thought
out.
I thought his deal
And
was
even
expired.
even if there was 1 year left, they would never trade him because they want to win themselves.
Yeah.
Look at the lineup they built.
Yeah,
Well,
So
yeah,
they
true.
unless they absolutely tank,
yeah, which is not gonna
Tatis is a
happen.
problem again.
Yeah,
They're not doing anything. They just signed
yeah,
Bogarts to a ludicrous deal.
yeah. So
Like
no,
they want to win now, and they're
yeah,
gonna try. They're gonna do everything they can to keep Machado there too.
yeah.
Like
They'll try to keep Machado there. It's just he's gonna be a Dodger again. I'm just saying it now.
That's what
He's
you've been hearing. All right. Well, listen, bro. If it comes to fruition, Alex, you can stamp your name on it and be like, I called it first on the hot Esquina.
he's gonna be a Dodger
That'll
again.
be a game changer for you, bro.
I'm just saying because there's stuff going on. There's stuff going on.
all I'm gonna say is that the Yankees need to fix left field, and that needs to be a big name. Because to be honest with you, I'd be very surprised if Donaldson's not on the Yankees. I think they, for
It's a mistake.
some reason, somewhere out there, they believe he'll turn it around. I don't know. The Yankees still need to make moves,
That is
obviously,
funny.
because they have 42 guys on the 40.
Yeah,
And, they still have to make room for Canely and Rodon to be on the 40. So there's still, obviously, Hicks is going to get sent to the moon. And, they're going to have to move some people around.
but again, I go back to it. You have two spots there that need to be opened up. No, okay.
Yeah.
So
Really, 3, because you need a left fielder.
Well, no, I'm just saying. But right now, you need those two spots opened up. The assumption is that if they do trade for a left fielder, you're gonna have Peraza or somebody of that nature involved. So that'll clear up more. You figure that'll clear up more.
Oh,
spots.
yeah.
You figure somewhere along the line, IKF has to get traded to one of these teams that missed out on one of these shortstops.
Another one where I don't know he's going to get traded.
You have to. That guy can't be on your opening day lineup.
I would hope
Worst
so,
comes to
but
worst,
at the
bro.
same
You
time, they
freaking
might keep
designate
to
him
be
for
a
a
bench
sign.
role.
You
might
paid him $6 million already. You can't designate him for assignment.
No, yeah. You can't designate him. You have to trade him.
You
Or
have to trade him.
keep
No,
him
he's a
to take
trade.
a bench role.
No, I mean if you again, you cannot have two utility players on your team. If you envision that Cabrera is going to be your utility player, unless he's involved in one of the trades, which I doubt, because I don't think anybody wants him.
No.
It's a. So, I don't think anybody wants him. So ultimately, if if you're gonna trade Peraza, if you're gonna and again, right now the moves to make are DFA Hicks and DFA Donaldson. Dude, at the end of the day, here the trade. The Twins no longer have any of those two players that we traded to them on their roster, and
Yep.
yet we're treading water with IKF and and Donaldson and a former Twin Hicks. Bro,
Yep.
fuck the Twins. All right, like seriously, like, stop sending me your shit. Like, stop buying their shit. It's all crap. Like,
Yep.
like just
It really is.
it literally is. Like just get rid of it already.
Yeah, bro.
You have to trade IKF. He has
Historically, their shit's always been crap. I'll be honest. Like, aside from freaking Kirby Puckett and Torrey Hunter, bro. Come on.
Don't hate on Justin Morneau and Joe Mauer.
Well, yeah. Forgot about them.
Yeah, you can't forget
What
about
did I
those
get
guys.
for a Joe Mauer on this team right now? Not to
No, but again, Joe Mauer is one of those. I've told Sean about this. Is one of the reasons that the Twins tend not to go long term on deals longer because Joe Mauer's contract was fucking horrible. It was one of the worst contracts ever given. He was a great Twin. He deserves to be. He deserves. How about he deserves Hall of Fame consideration for the fact that he played catcher and he was such a great hitter. So I think he even deserves that kind of consideration for the Hall of Fame. But it was a horrible contract because he lost his power like in year 3 of that deal. It was like a 9
and he couldn't play catcher anymore.
He couldn't play catcher anymore. You had to move him to first base, meaning you had to get rid of Morneau at some point because eventually he had to move on. That's why the Twins. We might not like the Twins, and the Twins.
Look at Correa. Correa was a Twin. He said, "I'm out."
I'm out.
I
Because
got the money
for only 1 year,
that was the only
bro.
team that offered me the money. Great, thank you. I'll spend a year here and
$33 million, and that's it. Gone.
Twins were the only one, thanks to us.
Yeah,
spent that money last year.
Yeah,
to him. So he said, "All right, I'll do a year here. I want opt-outs in every year."
Correa wanted to be in New York one way or another. Doesn't matter. He wanted to be in New York, and he got it. That was his goal. That was his, and ultimately, he didn't want to be forgotten. You go to the West Coast, you're gonna get forgotten.
Yep.
You see that
the Giants
lineup.
were the only one who offered him that type of deal.
Sure, and again, that was the money that they couldn't give to Judge because they were hoping to get Judge. So that's the money that Judge didn't get from the Giants. But the issue there is the Giants lineup is still okay. It's mid. Like
not good now.
Matt's guy, MJF.
So they're not good at all, bro. Let's be real.
They're mid. All right, it's a decent team. All right, whatever. That's it. They got Haniger. I wish I had Haniger. I would pick Haniger all day long. I love fucking Haniger.
Yeah.
I fucking love Haniger. I'm sorry.
I will say I would wish we had some.
I wish we had Haniger because I think that deal right now. That deal is a steal. 3 years, 43. I'll take that shit all day. That's a steal. But again, it's he wanted to be in New York. He got his wish. Again, he's doing the A-Rod thing, moving to third base, whatever. He's just gonna let Lindor be the shortstop, and that team is just so good. I'm sorry, that team is so good.
Oh my god,
it's so good.
Hey,
bro, can we stop giving props to them?
You know what? Where's my hat at? Where's my hat?
Don't you dare. Don't you dare. You're a Yankee fan.
I'm not going to go get it. No, man. I have a New York Cubans hat, which is the old Met logo. So,
I was going to say, bro, don't do us.
I don't wear Met hats. You're crazy, but I have a New York Cubans hat, and it's the Mets logo. That's what they used to wear in the Negro League. So, yeah.
Ay, Dios mío.
But yes. I'm sorry. You cannot. No, I'm sorry. That is a lineup. That's a great lineup.
Yeah, they have a great team.
It's a great team. I don't care if it's on paper. It's a great team.
On paper,
105 win baseball team.
You just said it on paper.
No, I don't care. No, I don't care.
They're a 105 win team.
No, more, dude. Give me one.
Let's play the season first before we crown those bozos, bro. Seriously,
I'm not crowning them. I'm saying right now they won 101 games last year and have gotten so much better. They're a 105 win team.
Yes,
and they're probably going to be second place in the NL because the Dodgers will.
How can you disagree with that take, Enrique? They're better.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just
better.
No.
They're better than the Yankees. They're better than every other team.
I'm not disagreeing. What I'm saying is, let's play the games first before we crown them.
But we
I'm not
always say
saying
that
We're
I'm
about
just
not
crowning
everything.
them, though. We're just
disagreeing.
saying
Would
they're a better team.
disagreeing would entail that I'm telling y'all that they're garbage or that they're not gonna win those games. I'm not saying they're not, but I'm not with you guys jumping on the bandwagon saying they will. It's
There's
too
not a
early, bro.
bandwagon.
It's freaking December. We
There's
haven't
not a
even got into spring training for crying out loud.
it's
Let's
not a
play the games
bandwagon. It's a
first.
better team. It's a better
Yeah,
that
but
team
you
could beat.
can't say they're gonna be a 105 win team when they haven't even played one
They
single
won
game together yet.
101, and they're better now. So why not?
But you don't know, bro. A lot of things could
That
happen.
team will beat the
All right, all
Astros
right.
right
First of
now.
all,
Right now, they'll beat the Astros.
I'll dead this right now because if the Yankees had gotten Correa and had made the moves the Mets had made, you'd be all over.
You'd be over the fucking moon. You would be over the moon.
Whatever, bro.
You would be ecstatic. You would have a career jersey on the way already.
Yeah. So I
Over
get
the
it.
moon, boy.
Because of the
Whatever.
You
Mets,
get a
you don't
Correa
want to
tattoo
jump.
right here, baby.
No,
That's
I
it.
would not. No, I would not, bro.
They'll-
Yeah,
Listen,
okay.
They'll,
All right.
they'll
The second
unretire
they
listen,
Peter
signed-
listen,
Plummer
signed
listen.
fucking
Judge,
Correa,
you were
dude.
like,
I'm sorry.
he's the guy.
I would.
You were all over it.
Okay, look.
You're-
Would I be happy if they made moves like that? Maybe. But
No,
again,
never,
see,
baby.
would I? No, no. But let me tell y'all. Would I be here saying,
said
"Bro,
maybe.
we're gonna freaking get a championship now"? No,
Yes, you would.
no, I wouldn't because
Yes,
I
you
wouldn't want
would.
to jinx it. I wouldn't want to jinx it. I'd have the
Yeah,
same
all
exact
right.
stance. I'd be
There
like,
you go.
it's on
There you
paper,
go.
it looks
'Cause you
good,
didn't
but
wanna
I wouldn't
jinx
want to
it.
jinx it.
Didn't want to jinx it. You believe in that shit? Like, is it saying somebody has a perfect game in the 8th inning? Of course, no, it doesn't matter. Okay, that's in God's hands. All right, that doesn't matter.
On
Jinx it.
paper, yes,
Agreed.
that they are World Series, whatever.
Yes,
all I said
exactly.
was-
That's what I'll agree with you
All
with.
I
On
said
paper.
was they're a
On paper.
105 win team because they won, I think 101 or 103, something like that. But
Don't forget this year. They
I
played.
could
They
say that
played
they're
the
4
NL East
games
less
better than they were
this year.
last year. Yes,
Yeah, but-
injuries can happen, no doubt about it.
They're-
Yes.
they're-
Guys
right,
can
they
choke.
no longer-
Guys
they
can
don't-
have
they
a
no
bad
longer play-
year. You know.
They no
Yeah,
longer
but
play 19
still-
games.
If one guy has a bad year, they're still, even if they didn't get Correa last night, they're still better than the Yankees.
Yes,
They're still a
100%.
better team than they
Yes.
were last year. So even adding Correa, I haven't even they probably are projected for 110 wins right now because of the hype. But I'm just saying they're a 105 win team, probably going to win second in the NL because the Dodgers are always going to roll. Dodgers always are the best regular season team, and they choke every single year, except for the
COVID.
Mickey Mouse year. And yeah, it's the Mickey Mouse year. So this is
Yeah.
what happens: the Dodgers put all their energy into the regular season, and then all of a sudden the playoffs come around, and they are horrible, horrible in the postseason. It happens every single year. So the Mickey Mouse year, yes, they have 100 more games before they can get tired. So of course they're going to coast and beat, and they beat the Rays, which the Rays were a great team that year.
Yeah.
But that year I was like, they're probably going to win because it makes the most sense. But if it's a full season, the Dodgers will be the number 1 team in the NL, but will choke somehow in the NLDS or the NLCS. They do it every single year. And yet
Let me
again,
just say
so
something.
do the Yankees. So it doesn't really make a difference.
Look, just so we're going back to your thing about Verlander, DeGrom, blah blah blah. The Mets won 101 games last year, right? 101, I think. DeGrom didn't pitch until August. August 2nd was his first start of the season, and they won 101 games. Come on.
Again, that's fine.
Come on.
That's fine. 40-year-old pitcher,
That's
bro.
fine. They're
40-year-old
better.
pitcher. Again, 40 years old, bro.
You just want to say
There's just so many. Look, bro. Y'all. Let's end it on this. Let's end it on this because I do want to bring it back to the Judge presser before we leave, and I wanted to ask both of y'all your favorite quotes from Aaron, but let's just leave it on this. We're talking about human beings here, guys. We're not talking about machines. This isn't MLB The Show where, hell, even on MLB The Show, you could freaking do bad with a great player. You know what I'm saying? This is human beings. There's so many different factors in sports, in professional sports especially. There's the injury factor. There's the age factor. There's the slump factor. Correa could slump for freaking an extended period of time. Senga could be a bust because you don't know how he's going to be coming from Japan. You know what I'm saying? Scherzer might have a down year because he's getting older too.
All
There's
right.
so many variables, bro, in professional sports that's why I say wait until the season plays out before you crown somebody. Because unless you're talking about young guys like, and this goes back full circle to one of our previous conversations on a previous live, unless you're talking about young guys like Juan Soto, Julio Rodriguez, guys like that are on the ascent, you know what I'm saying? And even they could slump and they could get injured. You know what I'm saying? Those guys are sure bets, and those are the guys that you feel good about having high hopes for and big hype for and assuming that they're gonna do great because they have youth on their side.
You have
Uh-huh.
You
5
can't do
players on
that
the
with
I'm
an
gonna
team
go
older
right
full
now
guy.
that are on
circle
their
with this in a
prime.
minute. So
Dude,
I
they're
want
in
to
their
go full
prime.
circle with this.
But
Correa's in
that's
his
what I'm saying. You're
prime.
talking about
Lindor's in his
40-year-old
prime. McNeil's in
guys.
his prime. Alonso's
Full
in his
circle with this
prime.
one. You
Sterling's
just
in
mentioned
Starting Martinez in his prime. These are all in their prime. This is when they're going to be their best years.
full circle with this one. Ready for this?
Go
Go
for it,
ahead.
please.
Go
You
ahead.
just said all those players on what if they have bad years, right? All those superstars on the Mets and all those other players. What about Aaron
Mm-hmm.
Judge?
What
What
about
if
Aaron
Aaron
Judge?
Judge gets the contract and all of a
It could
sudden,
happen. I'm not saying it couldn't.
then
It
what?
So why are
could
you
happen.
excited? So why are you
If Judge
excited
gets
then?
hurt, then what?
Then what?
What's the
Shit
team
can
without
happen.
Judge?
Because as we said in the previous live where we talked about him getting signed, and both of you were doom and gloom.
Mm-hmm.
I said you're a worse team without him.
Sure.
Even
but
even
Judge gets hurt, then
even a
what?
slumping Aaron Judge and an Aaron Judge that's not performing to the level he performed last year is better than anything you have on your roster right now.
But you're the
That's why I'm
same
excited
team that
about him
got
coming
bounced in
back.
the ALCS with him. That's
Exactly.
why you're the
What does
same
it matter?
team. What does it
I
Well,
matter?
we might
agree.
make the
I
playoffs.
agree. That's why I said they have to do more.
That,
But
no, that's why all
that's
these
my
moves.
response to you guys as to why I'm excited about Judge. Yeah, hell yeah, he could have a worse year than he had last year. Yeah, he could slump. Yeah, he could get injured. God forbid, where's freaking Wood?
Behind you.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Yeah, he could do all those things. But at the end of the day, again, are you better with him or without him? You're better with him, bro.
You're the
Let's be
same.
real. So,
You're the same team that got bounced in the ALCS. You're the same.
but are you better with? But how are you without him, Alex? You're worse, right? So,
You still win the division without him.
nah,
You,
bro.
you don't get to the ALCS, but you
Yeah.
probably win the division. That division sucks right now. It sucks.
Come on,
It just
come
sucks.
on, really? Without Aaron Judge, you really think you're winning that division, and you really
You're
think you're
fighting
gonna
with
be
Toronto
better
to
than
win
him,
the division. Yes, you're fighting with Toronto.
which is better than you without Aaron Judge. Yeah,
That's why I say you're
All right,
fighting.
but
with
wait. Yes, all right, I agree with you, Enrique. I think with Aaron Judge, you are a better team. What
Yeah.
does it mean then?
What does it matter?
Like I always say with Billy Bean, my favorite quote: "If you don't win the last game of the season, what does it matter anyway? Who
Doesn't
gives a
matter.
shit?"
I agree.
Yeah.
I
So,
completely agree.
I know we've talked about the Mets enough, and I don't really want to keep mentioning.
Yeah,
them,
that's what
but-
I'm saying, man. This is supposed to be
Yeah.
Aaron Judge day, bro. This
Yeah,
is
and it is. And
Aaron Judge's time
the
to shine,
thing
baby.
is-
Let's
Exactly,
give him
but
his credit.
It's still page 2. That's
But
why
yes.
we have to talk about it.
all right.
I disagree.
The
Page 2.
thing is that with the Correa move, you have to get motivated now. If you're Cashman and Hal to say, all right, they got something crazy going on over there, and George had made this very clear back in his time, and I know Hal cares about it too, is that seeing the Mets on the front page and the Yankees on the back page hurts.
Yep.
And when they wake up tomorrow, it's going to be a pretty large debate on who's going to be the cover. It's going to be both of them are top news, and I don't know what New York media will go with, because if I had to make a decision, I could say, Correa and that, out of nowhere coming in at 3 a.m. could be the top thing in the paper.
They already gave Judge a page when he's quote unquote signed. Being introduced as the captain is not front page news compared to the 3 a.m. Correa bombshell.
I like this.
I disagree.
I cannot wait until the paper comes out tomorrow morning, and I will send
Who
it
wants to bet right now? I want a bet. I need a bet right now. If you're so confident, how about, you ever seen Trading Places, the Eddie Murphy movie? You ever seen that?
No, I never did.
You never know? $1. Just $1. A $1 bet. PayPal, Venmo, Zelle, whatever you want. $1.
All right.
Carlos Correa has the front page of the New York Post tomorrow morning. Correa. Fuck that. Let's go right now. What's the NewYorkPost.com?
It's digital now. You know what? That's a good
Yeah,
idea.
you know
New
what? Yeah.
York Post right now. Let's see what we got. The New York Post on the section sports.
NY
Right
Post.
now, well, right now it is Aaron Judge because it just got literally just
Thank
came out
you.
Because it just happened.
10
Because
minutes
it just
ago.
happened.
Thank you. One dollar.
Tomorrow
I'm
morning.
just playing. I'm just playing.
Tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow
Before
morning.
10. I wish I would have seen this before 10 a.m. and we'll see what that was. But tomorrow, let's see.
But like I was trying to say, is that
Yes.
you get Hal even said on his little presser that they're not done. I know Cashman said immediately after that, "Oh, we're good with what we have internally." Blah blah blah. I know he has to say that because he whatever. I'll be happy with this team. The Mets are great. Whatever happens with them, fantastic. It doesn't matter to us because we won't see them until the World Series if we get there. And if we want to get there, we have to make moves like Brian Reynolds. If you're settling for Kepler's and people like that, not going anywhere farther than we did last year. We might just repeat Groundhog's Day and just go right into the ALCS to play Houston with their better team and just get bounced again.
Yep.
So I think I don't know how many more times it's going to take the Yankee organization to run into Houston to get eliminated and embarrassed, especially the way we did. We get swept at our own home, and they're playing their music on our speakers. They're dancing on our field. They're celebrating the AL pennant on our diamond. And they're partying. They're going crazy. They have our audio system where they're, blasting through Fox, through the stadium about their celebration. What else do you need to see? What else do you need to feel in order to be like, never letting that shit happen again?
Yep.
Never.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so until I see that fire, Rodon was like a taste. Like, all right, hey, that's a great move. I don't know if the Yankees would have done that last year, but that's a great move. Keep going. It's not, you didn't win us over with one move.
See,
Keep going.
remember
Reynolds
remember
and plus.
2004? Remember 2004, the real bad taste after the Red Sox did what they did?
Yep.
In
Oh my
2004,
God.
okay.
Oh
Grant,
my God. I
04.
remember that.
Guess what happened in 05? That offseason, they reacted, and they reacted hard. Were the moves good? Absolutely not. They were trash. But at least they reacted.
Yep.
Yeah.
Signing Tony Womack because Tony Womack was the leadoff hitter for you know what? They reacted. And you know what that reaction led to? Robinson Cano. That's what that reaction led to. Because that's what it led to. Tony Womack was trash. It didn't work out. You brought up Cano, star for the next 5, 6, 7 years. So
Which, like I said, that could wind up repeating. History could wind up repeating
but they
itself all
haven't
over
reacted
again
yet.
with
There's been
Volpe.
no Rodriguez, there's been no reaction.
No, but I'm saying history could repeat itself all over again with Volpe. Volpe could be the new Cano, bro. That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm not saying that you're. No. He has to be. It's not even so much that he could be.
We didn't
He
trade him
has
for
to be.
Soto and all those guys. He better.
You didn't trade him for Soto, and you let 8 All-Star shortstops just walk by you the last 2 years in free agency. For him because of him. So guess what? It's not so much that he could be. He has to be, because if he isn't, the Yankees are in fucking trouble for a very long time.
Okay.
So he has to be. So yes, that there's been no reaction. I guess the sweep against Houston has not really left a bad taste in their mouth that much because they haven't reacted. Rodon is not a reaction. Re-signing Judge is not a reaction because you had offensive issues. It's not a reaction. You basically have the same team coming back.
Right now, it's the same. It is the same team.
It's the same team.
Rodon. And like I said, love the rotation.
And you lost Tyone, so you replaced Tyone with an upgrade. Congratulations.
Yes.
You've replaced Tyone with an upgrade.
And if Montas
A
is
major
the guy
upgrade,
that we
but
hope he
it's still
is, you have one of the top 1 through 5 in baseball, top 3. You guys, if Montas can be what he's supposed to be, fantastic. Yeah. And even if he's not, he's your number 5, not a big deal.
He's your number 5. Who cares?
Yeah. So that I did love that move because now you put no pressure on Montas to be what he is. You don't have to rely on Domingo Germán, who will definitely get traded. And
God, I hope.
Clark Schmidt and all those guys.
Don't hate on Germán.
Can be along the league.
He pitched pretty well last year.
I like Domingo. I really do. Domingo's a great,
but he's not.
Guy.
He's not somebody that's gonna be a contributor for a championship.
He's a solid 4-5. He's a solid for. He's not. He's
Wherever
a
he
solid
goes,
for.
he's a starter. So
He's a
that's what I'm
starter. No,
saying.
he's a starter
We
in the
have
major. He's 100%
we
a
have
starter in the major.
plenty of pieces to get shit done.
Yeah.
Now go get shit done. I'm not
Okay.
I'm not trying to sound like every dumb Yankee fan who like, oh, why don't we have a deal yet? Like, I get it. It takes time. We have plenty of time, especially in the trade market. Deals
Like
are
I
just gonna
said, it's
happen randomly.
December, bro. It's about to be Christmas in 2 days, guys. Like
Yes, but
it's
usually by the like mid January is usually when your team is set in stone.
Yep.
And now you're just kind of getting them into the training room until spring training's ready to go. So you really do have like another 2 to 3 week window where everyone's gonna either settle in with the team that they have. It's pretty shocking when you get traded after that, unless like spring training deals will happen because you figure out who you have, who's starting, who's not. But I think if you're the Yankees, you can't just sit now. Like you have to. I know Hal said that we're not done. I get it, but not done means so many things. Are you not done because you're thinking about getting Kepler and a 2020, Michael 2021 Michael Conforto, or are you not done because you're piling up the pieces and you're going for a guy like Brian Reynolds and another guy to potentially, hopefully get rid of IKF, Hicks, Donaldson, and all those trash pieces that are just sitting, rotting on our bench. You got to do something. That I get it. Donaldson, big name, could potentially turn it around. He's not going to, but I think instead of
bro.
pretending like you think he's going to, I think it's time
Josh
you just gotta win, and
Josh
you gotta
Donaldson's
make the moves.
chances of turning it around are the same chances of me making the majors. It's not happening, bro. It's
Well,
not.
I don't know about that, but
I don't know about that,
Come
but yeah,
on,
but
it's not happening. The
for
dude's
sure.
washed. He'll never be the same again.
No, he's
We've
old,
seen
no,
it
bro.
he'll
too
never be the
much with
same
with
again.
these
older.
But that
players.
kid always been around. When we got him, we never thought the defensive talent was still there. His
No,
shoulder
but
was
that's what I'm
so
saying.
bad.
Offensively, he'll never be the same hitter again, bro. He's
Yeah,
done.
but
We've
Okay,
seen
but
this
the
too
flip
much
side of
with
the coin,
aging
he
stars
could.
that are washed at the end of their careers and
yeah,
their
but you
bats
still
just go,
he had a
you know,
solid
to
2021. You figure
Yeah.
the drop off wouldn't be like this. This is a drop like of epic proportions. So this is literally one day to the next that you just drop everything. And the fact and honestly, he's not good for the team. Like just in general, he's not a good fit. It's just not the right fit personality wise. It's just not there. Maybe at first, I thought at first he could be like a Nick Swisher, that you hate him when he's on other teams, but you like him when he's on yours. No, I don't like Donaldson on other teams or on mine.
yeah, yeah.
So
I remember having that podcast with you, Alex. That was a
yeah,
podcast that it was me and you, and we both
yeah.
thought that he would add that fire. But
Sure, I
no,
thought. I
no.
thought. Well, he had the fire has to come with results,
With performance.
with performance. It has to come with performance, and he just at least Nick Swisher was a fantastic Yankee. 30 home runs, 90 RBIs for 4 straight seasons. Like,
Yep.
come on, like let's just keep it real. He was a great Yankee. So it's one of those. It's just one of those players that it just hasn't worked out. That's why I tell you, and like I've said before, if Aaron Hicks and Josh Donaldson are on your 40 come opening day, we're in trouble because we're not that means that the Yankees have not really learned their lesson. They're not hurt enough. They're not embarrassed enough by what happened against Houston. It's just
Yep.
not there. The fire isn't there with this team yet. They can prove us wrong. They can prove us all wrong if they do.
They made the
what
sparks.
they have to do.
Now they gotta make the fire.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
something we will definitely see. It's up for debate. But I think that's a perfect wrap to this live. I think now we have to just wait and see. Now between now and mid-January, the Yankees need to be a much better team.
Mhm.
It's going to be something very interesting to see. Going forward. I hope that we do not settle on B-level talent like we've done over the last decade. I'm tired of it. I would like to see some real serious moves like Rodon. Rodon was a great start. Keep going. The
Sean,
free agent market is basically done. Yeah.
before we wrap up, I asked you boys earlier, man. It's only fitting that we started this live because of Judge's presser. We should end with Judge's presser. What was you guys' favorite quotes? Like anything that stood out to you from the press conference that he said, or that
Nope.
Hal said,
But
or
from
that?
what Hal said, we're not
No,
done. And now I want to see
we're
it.
not done. I need more.
Yes.
That's
That's
all
my
I take.
favorite
Alex?
quote.
that they're not done, and we need more. Period.
Nothing that Aaron Judge said stood out to y'all. Well, I'll tell
I
y'all
think
what
I,
stood out to me. My favorite,
so.
it's the same
my
song
favorite
and
thing
dance. Like,
He hesitated twice when they told him, "Oh, did you ever consider about signing somewhere else?" Of course he did. Of course he did.
yeah, he
He did.
did, and he
Of
smiled
course he
too. He
did.
laughed. Look,
Dude, I'm sorry. The Yankees had to match whatever was out there. That's all
my
it took.
favorite thing that he said. If y'all want to chime in and say something he said, that's fine. If you don't, it's fine. I'll say my favorite thing he said. I like when they asked him about what initially it was like and what got it done, that he said he was out in the West Coast. It was late as hell at night. And what ultimately convinced him was Hal telling him, "Hey, bro, what's the holdup? What's taking so long? I don't like to wait. What's it gonna take to get this done?"
The
And then
ninth year.
ultimately told him how his favorite Yankee, how Hal's favorite Yankee was Thurman Munson, and that's when he started the conversation about Aaron Judge being a captain. And you
That
heard Aaron Judge say it at the presser that when he heard Hal say that, he stayed quiet for like a good 5 minutes, like he didn't know what to say. Uh, y'all remember in a previous podcast, I don't know if it was a podcast or a live, but we questioned that would the captaincy be something that he values, or would he value money over the captaincy?
he valued that ninth
Clearly,
year, bro.
those
He
five
valued that
minutes
ninth
that he
year.
stayed quiet when Hal mentioned it to him show that the captaincy did mean something to him. You know what I'm
It
saying?
does.
Maybe it wasn't the
I
end
believe
all
that.
be all. Like, you know what I'm saying? I get it, Alex. I know where you're coming from. That had Hal told him, "Listen, bro,
Nine,
you can be the
9 years,
captain."
9 years,
That's what I'm saying. I
nine
get where
years,
you're coming from. That
nine,
had Hal told them, "You can be the captain, but we're not going to
9
give you
years.
the years you want,
It
or we're
wouldn't
not
have
going to give you the
been.
money
He's
we
a
want."
giant. He's a
That's what
giant.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It had to be both. But the point is,
No, I
you
heard just
said
one,
that the
but nine
captaincy,
didn't matter.
wouldn't matter to him.
Doesn't matter.
My favorite thing about the presser is clearly he showed you that it did matter to him.
Eh.
Bro, the man stayed speechless for 5 minutes when Hal
Do you
mentioned it to
believe
him.
that? Were you there? Were you on the conversation? I don't believe that at
Why would he
all.
lie?
Because
Why
it
would he
because it
lie
sounds
about that?
good. It sounds good for the kids. It sounds nice.
Come on,
No,
man.
9 years, baby.
Again,
Nine.
I'll leave it with this because I know
nine
we got to
years.
get going. I'll leave it with this. A franchise that's been around for over 100 years and they've only had 16 captains. That
Yeah.
means something, bro. That means something. No, no es un franchise Mickey
Nine
Mouse
years.
por ahí que
Yeah.
it doesn't matter que it's a Johnny come lately franchise. This is the New York Yankees, bro.
9 years
And the
matters.
fact that now he's named the 16th captain and that remains on his legacy forever, bro,
9 years.
that means something. We're
9 years.
yes,
gonna agree to
I think
disagree,
being the
Pablo. That means
captain.
something.
It means
Yes, I
That's
something
think
gonna look
after the
real
nine
good
years.
when he's in Cooperstown one day, captain of the New
After
York
the
Yankees. That's a
9 years.
legacy to
Sure.
literally be proud of, bro. And I couldn't
The,
be
all right,
proud
but
of
at the
more.
same
that
token,
extra ninth
at
year
the
with $40 million
very
matters a lot more.
at the same token, if the Yankees stayed stagnant on 8, he'd be over there right now.
Yep.
That's what
100%.
That's
I'm
the
saying.
difference.
I don't doubt it, but
100%.
So it was the ninth year
It
that
was the ninth
convinced him
year.
to continue his legacy in New York. That's what
Yes.
it took.
That's
but
what it
that's
took.
what
So
I'm
it's
saying. But don't
you're both
discount how
right.
much the captaincy mattered too. That's my point.
After he got the ninth year. Yes,
Yeah,
100%.
yes.
After he got the ninth year.
That's what I'm saying. I
That's
agree
all that
with both of you.
matters.
Once he got that ninth year, legacy was
Then
all.
I can start thinking about Flowers and Legacy and Thurman Munson and Mattingly and Jeter after I got my ninth year.
But
I
if
You
he
really
mean,
never
think
got the ninth year,
you really think
no.
he spoke to Jeter and Willie Randolph and all these other guys about
why would
no,
he lie, bro? Like I
absolutely
said,
not. Because it sounds good. It sounds good for the press. It sounds good for the
listen,
kids.
man.
He's a Yankee. He's a professional media person. He's a Yankee. That's exactly how Derek
Listen,
Jeter
bro.
was.
Yeah, and Derek Jeter
And
cared.
Derek Jeter hated. He hates Brian Cashman, but he showed up. Okay, he showed up. He hates him. He hated the way that they treated him when he became a free
I
agent. He
know,
hates
I
them
know.
for
I'll
that.
never forget
He
the
hates them
free
for that.
agency thing that they did to him. But look, bro, at the end of the
They
day,
screwed
look,
him over.
my whole thing, maybe I view this differently than y'all, but
Yeah,
my whole thing is I view Aaron Judge in the same ilk as a Derek Jeter,
sure.
as a Michael Jordan, as guys like that care about winning and care about legacy. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Yeah, they want to get
You need
paid.
titles,
Of
baby.
course, all of
You
us
need
want to get
titles. You
paid.
need
Hell, the
rings.
three of us want to get paid. You know what I'm saying? Every American, every human being wants to get paid. Of
Yes.
course, that's a
Yes.
given. But there's certain people There's certain athletes out there that only care about money and will go to the highest bidder. And there's certain athletes out there that want to win, that are built differently, that have different DNA, that care about winning and care about winning championships
But
and
he
their
went to the
legacy.
highest
And they
bidder.
want to be the
Meaning,
best
Yeah.
ever to do it.
he,
You know
but
what I'm
he
saying?
went
They
to the
want to be
highest bidder.
remembered when they're in the Hall of Fame
But he went to the
and have
highest
a
bidder.
nice resume.
He
And
went
that
to the
means
highest
something.
bidder. He went to
What?
the highest bidder. He did.
The Giants
He
were the
went.
highest bidder. He was
The
he
Yankees
was
were
on
the
the
highest
verge.
bidder.
You had
No, the
John Heyman saying Arson Judge was a Giant
Yes,
because it almost seemed set in stone that he was
because
about
it
to
was
be.
going to happen. It
But I
was going
think
to happen.
I honestly believe
He
because of
went
how
to the
the
highest
media
bidder.
was treating
we're
the
gonna agree
Giants.
to disagree,
But you
bro.
did. It's
Again,
a
No,
fact. He went to the
you
highest bidder. It's a
100%.
fact.
He was about to be a Giant.
He
That
was
is
about to be a
clear as day.
Giant.
It was,
yeah.
and they
And
talked
then
about
what?
it.
And then what
But
switched it? It was
They
the
matched
fact
the
he
that
went to the
offer.
ninth year.
They went to the
He
ninth
and
said, "I'll
year.
the
give you 9."
captaincy, bro.
That
The
doesn't
captaincy
matter.
also
No,
mattered to
That
it
him.
was the
doesn't
ninth
matter.
year.
You're fucking crazy.
1000%. It
That
was
does
the
not
fact that he
matter.
said, "We'll give you the extra year. You can be 9 years, and if once you do it, we'll give you the captaincy." He said, "All right, I just need the
All
ninth
right,
year.
I
The
guess. Sure,
captaincy is
whatever.
awesome."
Sure.
Again, that's what you guys are thinking. I'm gonna switch it
Dude,
on
I'm
y'all. Were
telling.
you there? Were either of you there
But
listening to
Were
bro,
that
you
phone call? I'm
there?
gonna switch it on y'all.
all right,
But were
no, no,
you
no.
there?
But here's the
No,
thing.
no,
Here's
you
the
asked
thing
me
that we
that
all
question.
know.
Now I'm
I just,
flipping it on
Here's the
you.
thing we all
How do
know.
you know he said
Listen,
that? How do you know he's like, okay,
listen.
screw it. I'll take the
because he was gonna be
captaincy.
a giant.
Or
We
do
all
you
knew he
or
was gonna be a
This is
giant.
what we know. We know that if the Yankees stay stagnant on 8, he'd be a San Francisco Giant right
Yes,
now.
hundred
And
percent.
he said that. Hal has said that. That they
Yes,
made that last second call, and Hal
yes.
said, "What does it take for you to be a Yankee?" And he said,
Ninth
"I
year.
really want that 9th year." He
Exactly.
said,
Michael
"All
Kay
right,
said
it's
it.
done."
Brian Hope said it. Everybody knows. Everybody knows that's what it took.
That's what made him a Yankee. And then once he became a Yankee, all right, you gave me that 9th year? Yes, I got my legacy.
Yeah.
Now I can continue in
You
the
paid for
Bronx.
my legacy. You paid
If the
for it.
Yankees, if Hal said, "I'm not doing 9s," sorry, it's not happening.
He's a giant.
He'd be right now where Correa should have been, having
Yeah.
a press conference this morning for the Giants.
Correct.
That's what he would have
hundred
done.
percent.
again,
One
again,
thousand
A
million
thousand
percent.
percent. Yes.
again, I'm not
150%.
disagreeing with y'all about the
Yes, you
money. That
are.
this is
It's
where
not about the money. It's
we seem to
about the
be having a
9th year.
disconnect here, boys. I'm not disagreeing with y'all about the money. I never did. From
But
the
you
first
said,
moment I brought
but
up
you
this
were you
conversation, I
just
never
said that
did.
people care
What
about
I said
legacy and
was
not
both
about money. He
things
took the
mattered to
highest
him.
offer. He took
What
the
I
highest
said was
offer.
that both things mattered to him, the money and the captaincy. And y'all are downgrading how much the captaincy meant to him. I feel like both
Nothing.
things were
It
a
meant
factor.
them to him, but the money meant something
Both.
first.
Yeah,
Money was
the money meant
priority.
more. 100% it meant more.
And that was the difference between Jeter, like you mentioned before, because Jeter said
Yes.
publicly, "I'm
Yes.
not going anywhere but the
Correct.
Yankees."
100%. That was
And
his mistake. He
that's what
admitted it
screwed
was a
him.
mistake.
And he says that's
Yes.
what messed him up because
Yeah.
now you gave Cashman and the Yankees all the leverage. Like, you're
All
not
the
going
leverage.
anywhere, so I can offer
Exactly.
you whatever I want.
Yeah.
So that's what messed him up.
That's what
Do I
messed him
think
up. Yeah.
I think Judge wanted to be a Yankee.
He just
I
wasn't
think
going to
that
say
was
it publicly, of course. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, but I think he
That's
learned from
exactly what I
Jeter.
just said.
I think you
Of
learn
course he's
from
not going to say
Jeter,
that
and
publicly.
you learn. Okay, let me get the best. And he said it. I wanted to be, and his agent said it. I want to be the. He wanted to be the highest paid player, not total, but
Yeah.
he wanted an AAV. I wanted to be the highest paid player. Jesus, I couldn't say that.
Yeah.
And he got it. And the Giants were this close. And then that's what. And Hal said it. I made that 11th hour call.
Mm-hmm.
It was 3 a.m. in the morning. They literally just talked about it.
Yeah.
So what is it going to take? And the fact that Hal said, and even Cashman said he's the Mariano Rivera of the negotiations. The fact that he said, "I'll give you that 9th year," Judge said, "I'm in." Yeah, I know the Padres offered 10 and all that
No,
nonsense.
that's bullshit.
That
That's
was
BS.
yeah.
The
I
Padres
think
did not offer 10.
Nah, they did, bro. They did.
That's
I
been
think
already that's already been debunked. It's been debunked.
yeah.
They did
I
not
think
offer
it's
him
all a
10.
bunch of bullshit. But
Yeah.
even so,
It's been debunked.
it was the fact that he got the 9th year, which is his priority, was to be treated and get paid what he deserves in him and his agent's eyes. And then after that, once the Yankees committed to being, right with the Giants, which is what we all talked about. If the Yankees stayed close to the Giants offer, he'd be a Yankee. The Yankees stayed close. He said, "All right, I'll be a Yankee." And then I think once all that happened, then the legacy, the
Then
captaincy, all that
money
hits
came
him.
first.
All right,
Money came
Again,
first.
I'm gonna be a
it's
Yankee,
Money came
and now
first.
my legacy continues. But if the
again
Yankees
this
never
this
offered that
where
ninth, if Hal doesn't call at 3 a.m., he's a Giant right
He's
now.
a giant.
again I
100% he's a giant.
don't disagree with you, but where I stand differently from y'all is I feel like what pushed him over the ledge when he saw that he had two offers on the table and they were both similar offers because the Giants offers was practically the same offer that he accepted from the Yankees. What tilted it to the Yankees' favor was the captaincy. That's what I'm saying.
No,
That's what I'm saying. He's
No,
built
the six
differently.
years that he was there
He's
didn't matter. The
no.
6 years
his
it mattered.
legacy matters to him, bro. That's what I'm saying. The
His
dude's
legacy,
built different.
sure.
He's a
His
winner.
I'll give you
legacy,
that one. The captaincy is kind of the bonus, which is what we were talking
it's a
about.
bonus. It's
He would have
not.
been
It
the
did.
captain of the Giants. Like that
Yeah,
doesn't
who
mean
cares?
anything. Like
But
it's an
that's what I'm
added bonus
saying.
at
What
the
does
end.
that see? And this brings it full circle. That's what I'm saying. What weight does that hold? Being the captain of the Giants, that doesn't mean jack. What history do the Giants have? Willie McCovey, bro, Barry
They have
Bonds.
three
What
titles in
do
the
you
last
do?
10 years.
Yeah,
What
they
are you
have
talking
more.
about?
No, but that's what I'm
They've
saying. Do
done more
they
than
have
we
the
have.
history that the Yankees have, bro?
No, I
No,
get
they
it. The
don't.
history
You
is
know what I'm
Yes, but
great,
who
saying? They
cares?
don't.
but
The
all
money,
that
the
doesn't
money
come into
mattered.
like this is what we were saying is that none of that even hits your radar and hit your brain until the Yankees matched. And yeah, I
Yeah,
think the whole time he preferred the Yankees over the Giants.
sure.
But he wanted to get the Yankees to match the Giants. The
Yes.
Giants were real players. And
Yeah.
he was oh, I'm going to go to the Giants unless you give me what the Giants are
Mhm.
offering.
Yeah.
And he got it at the 11th hour. And then once he got what he wanted, he suckered the Yankees into it. I'm not saying that in a bad way. He got it.
Mhm.
Now the legacy and all those conversations and the captaincy and you're a Yankee for life and all that comes into play. Because when you're
Yes.
a free agent, you're not thinking, all right, how do I get the captaincy to be a Yankee? Because you don't know if the Yankees are going to give you that deal. You're
Yeah.
thinking, I got
No,
to get
bro,
the
you're
Yankees to
not
give me the
thinking it
deal.
because no. You're not thinking it obviously because that's not something you look for as a player. That's something that's offered by the owner.
Sh-
That's it's not
After you
literally
get the ninth
Keith
year,
After
McPherson
you
said
get
it
the
on
deal,
Twitter a
after you
little
get the
while
money.
ago. It's not something that's passed down player to player. So of course
Yeah.
it's not something you're looking for in negotiations because it's
So you
not
got,
something that's up to you. It's
yeah,
something that needs to be offered to you. George offered it to Jeter. Hal
he
offered
was
it
already
to
under
Judge.
contract.
It's not something that you look for because you can't look for it. It's not in your control. So when and this is where we go full circle. That's why he stayed silent for 5 minutes because the fact was that
I don't believe
when he
that.
got offered that first dude to get offered that since Jeter, it probably blew him away, bro. That it held
No.
weight. It held
No.
weight.
dude, I don't think it blew him
No.
away. We all knew it was going to happen.
We all knew it was gonna.
It
He
was
knew
like,
it was
But
gonna
to
happen. He's
hear
not
it, bro,
stupid.
even if you know it, to actually hear it from your
He knew it
boss
was
yeah,
like
gonna
I
that,
bet.
happen. He knew.
Yes. I
He
think we're
knew.
both right in this situation. I think, but I don't think it happens without that ninth year being offered. Because if there's no ninth year offered, he doesn't care about the captaincy and
Look,
the legacy
same
because he
same shit
signed the
happened with
big deal with the Giants.
same thing happened with Garrett Cole. Garrett Cole didn't get a 9-year offer until the Yankees gave him a 9-year offer. That's why he signed with the Yankees. You can bring
Well,
out
the
that stupid
Angels
little
did it
sign.
first, and then the Yankees said, wait. And
Well,
then the Yankees gave him the ninth. Oh,
yeah,
no,
the
eight.
Angels.
You're right. You're
No,
right.
the Angels offered him 8 or 7,
Yes.
7 or 8. The Yankees blew them out with the ninth.
Yes. You're right.
And then
You're
then
right.
this whole thing came out with the fucking sign, all that bullshit. Fuck that. If the Angels would have given him 9, he would have stayed in California because that's where he's from. If the Angels would have gone 9, 150%, he would have gone to the Angels. He's from LA. That's where he would have stayed. But the Yankees went ninth, and he took the ninth. And then you could talk about the nostalgia and all that bullshit because it's nice for the media. It's nice for the kids. Oh, yo, your dreams can come true if you bullshit. It was the ninth year for Garrett Cole. It was the ninth year. It's true. Come on, it's not discount the money here. The money matters, dude. The money matters over
nobody
everything.
said it didn't, bro.
You say you just gave me a spiel saying that that people care more
That
about legacy than money. He
that
cared
both
about the
things
money.
matter to people. That's
No, no,
the
no, no.
spiel I gave you.
You
That
said
both things
more.
matter. That there's
That
certain
people
players
chase
that
the
only
money.
care
That
about
people chase
money,
the money.
and there's players that care about both.
No, you said people chase the money and see other people chase the legacy. Aaron Judge chased the money. He chased the
Bro,
money. He
if
took
you
the
clearly
money.
weren't paying attention, because
Yes,
literally
no,
the
I heard
first
you.
thing out of
I
my
heard
mouth when
exactly
I
what you
said
said.
that was that everybody wants to get paid. I even used the three of
But
us as an
everybody wants
example
to
that
get paid the
we want
most.
to get paid. The three of
The
us,
most.
everybody living wants to get paid.
The
But
most.
there's certain people that only care about that, and there's others that also want to win. There's players that'll sign with the worst organization in sports that they don't care as long as they get paid.
That's
But
what
there's players
that's the
like Aaron Judge, like Jeter, like Jordan, like LeBron. I hate to bring him up because he's moved from so many different organizations that it's ridiculous how much he's hopped from organization to organization. But there's
yeah.
certain people that they want to win, bro. That winning matters to them
Yeah, but
too. That it's
winning,
not just about the
I
money.
agree. But we always hear about taking less to stay somewhere. We always hear about taking less
Oh, that
to
doesn't
go.
exist anymore in pro sports. That
But
doesn't exist
so
anymore.
exactly. So legacy doesn't mean shit. Doesn't mean anything. It's
Does,
money,
bro.
money, money, money. That's all that matters. You
I,
can't have both, dude. You can't have
yeah,
both.
you can. Yeah, you
He
can.
can have
Hell
both.
yeah, you can.
He can have
It's an
both.
agree to disagree because
I don't think so. Fuck that.
let's just go with that
One of us
route.
is right
We'll
We're
here.
be
gonna
talking
have to
about
go
this
with agree to
forever.
disagree, but now we're
We're
gonna
just gonna
be
talk
here
about this
for
forever.
another hour.
I want to close this out because this just got announced,
Uh,
and I want to. I want to, now that this will be announced tomorrow, Rodon will be announced to the Yankees tomorrow. That will make him the 41st player technically on the 40. I wonder if that means that the Yankees have to make a move before they announce him,
they do.
or can they keep?
They have to.
Which means we should be expecting something then
Yes.
between now and tomorrow morning.
Yeah, they have to.
Um,
In order to have a press conference, you have to have room in the 40 to
exactly, and the
get it done.
fact that they're saying that the Yankees will announce Rodon tomorrow.
Hmm.
James O'Connell from the New York Daily News just announced it. He's there, so I'm assuming tonight we'll get some sort of deal. Hopefully it's something.
Yeah, the Yankees
I don't.
announced the Yankees announced Judge resigning last night, yesterday.
Yeah,
So they had a spot. They had a spot for him already. I think.
yeah.
No,
They were at 39, so they
they were
have
at 39, right? So now they're at
they're
40.
at 40.
They're at 40 now. So they'll probably announce the Rodon signing tonight on Twitter or Instagram and
Yeah,
all these other places, and they got to make a move. Yes, they have to
but
make
if
a
they
move.
announce it, they have to have a move already in place.
Correct,
So
100%. Yeah, they have to.
let's that's a good way to end it. Let's keep our ears open. I think the Yankees will hope. I don't think it's going to be the Brian Reynolds of the world yet. I hope
No,
it is,
I don't
but
think so.
I do
Likely somebody's
hope
going
it
to
is
get DFA.
something of the Aaron Hicks to the Oakland Athletics sort of move. That'd be
Sure.
fantastic.
Yeah.
So until I see that, well, I'm excited to see Rodon announced tomorrow, which means I'm more excited to see what the corresponding move is. More than that, because like I said, like we know what Rodon is, and I'm really
Right.
excited by it. But now I want to see what this Yankee team turns out to be in 23. I think the Yankees definitely had the potential to be a World Series champion in 2023 if they can make the moves to become one. They have to just get out of their own way. That's what the Yankees' MO is. They're in their own way every single year. And, I think that's what it's going to come down to be. I'm excited to see what the Yankees do. And, we'll do this again in, I guess, a couple days or whatever. See
Hmm.
if the Yankees make any big trade or anything. We'll see. Um, but I appreciate you guys jumping on. I love this debate. Just so everyone knows, it's the ninth year, not the legacy. But anyway,
Oh my
you
god.
know, it's a great
Oh my.
conversation. I'm just messing with you, but it's a great conversation. I love it, and that's exactly what it's like to be a Yankee fan. You could talk for days on end. About the
Hmm.
Yankees, about Judge, about that's a legacy right then and there. That the Yankee, you could talk to any Yankee fan across the country about this sort of thing. And yeah, the Mets made their whatever today, but the truth is the Yankees can be better than the Mets if they just stop getting in their own way.
Hmm.
And until we see that, we sit here, and that's why me and Alex are very like, damn it. But like we're better. We just have to be better. We have to do the
Hmm.
moves to get better. And that's what we'll wait and see. I'll let you guys finish up what you wanted to say, and we'll sign off. All right,
Well,
great. Way to end it,
Glad he's
guys.
back. Give me more. Feed me more. What is that? Right back. Feed me more.
Let's
Fantastic.
see, man. Let's see what moves come next. Hopefully they don't let us down, like you said, Sean. And
Yep.
looking forward to the Rodon presser tomorrow. And yeah, definitely looking
Well, I
forward
don't
to
know
the
if it's a
corresponding
presser.
move
I
as
think they're
well.
just announcing it. So I don't know if they're announcing it on Twitter tomorrow. I don't know if they're announcing it in a press conference
Well,
tomorrow.
it's $160 million deal. They're gonna have a press conference.
Yeah, of
No, they
course.
are, but I'm saying I don't
Yeah.
know if it's tomorrow. I don't know if that's what they meant by they're announcing Rodon tomorrow. Like that means they're
Oh.
having a press conference tomorrow, or
Okay.
they're
Okay. Yeah.
that he's on the
I'm
made the team.
pretty sure.
So I
I'm
would hope
pretty
it's
sure.
presser.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it'll be a presser. And
Great.
yeah, like
No,
I said,
he'll definitely get a presser because he's going to be a
Yeah.
number two. He's our biggest signing of this season because he's our only one, except for
Yeah.
the re-signings. But you know, that's like I said, that's what we wait and see. I hope the Yankees go out and get a top tier talent like Reynolds, and fix up their base because I really don't want to see uh, Donaldson there. I try to even forget his name sometimes, but it's just you gotta make changes. IKF can't be there. Donaldson can't be there. Hicks can't be there. Domingo Herman can't be there. Glaber Torres shouldn't be there. There's plenty of moves. There's plenty of things to work.
get it done.
So
Get it
time to
done.
get to work.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
But until next time, I guess go Yankees, folks.
Go Yanks, baby.